Here we go. Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and the subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Here we have another crazy story. Another crazy story. Oblock. Seems like Oblock is still popular. Imagine that. The reason I say that because unfortunately, someone, someone from Oblock didn't make it recently. So sad, so unfortunate. But either way, summertime. King Von's gone. Not only King Von's gone, a whole lot of the individuals from Oblock is gone. But as you can see, there's just so many of them. So it's fair to say it's very hard, almost impossible to, for all of them to be, to be eliminated. It's a terrible thing. Summertime, as I said, is here. This is an older video, but they're still doing the same thing. Doing up gang signs. Coming together, doing all type of, unproductive things. Imagine if all these individuals hanging out right now came together and say, you know what? We're going to put $100 each together and we're going to get out these projects. We're going to start a business. That'll be so much money. They start a business within a week or two, but no. These individuals, what they're focusing on is a whole lot of nonsense. They're definitely focusing on crime. Imagine that. Imagine me focusing on crime. So that's what's going on right there. OTF, they no longer around. When Lil Durk was around, OTF was around, D-Thing is around. They used to have a good old time. It was like an everyday party. Everybody come out, get dressed, just hanging out in the projects. Imagine that. So that's what's going on. Oblock. Still going on right now, but these individuals, they said they're losing a whole lot of people to unnecessary violence. These individuals, it's like violence is all they really know. I mean, I'm sure they know other things. They know how to drink liquor. Imagine how to drink liquor. They know how to smoke. They know how to smoke. They know how to do things. They definitely know how to play with firearms. Imagine that. Imagine that. Even though a lot of these individuals, they seem like, they're friends and all. It only takes about not much at all. Then all these friends become foes. Imagine that. So that's what's going on in Chicago right here. All these individuals they do in Oblock, a lot of these other projects, they just come outside and they just, hang out and do what they do. Show their tattoos. But things is different now. Imagine that. King Von's no longer here. Lil Durk's no longer here. They said a whole lot of these Oblock individuals, they're doing the same thing, but they're doing it on a lower level now. Imagine, they're doing it on a poorer level now. Is that the truth? That's what I heard. I haven't been there, so I don't know. But either way, that's what's going on. That was going on with Oblock then. And I said it's a little different right now because all the money's gone. Lil Durk, he's gone. D-Thing, he gone. King Von, he's gone. Moab, he's gone. So much of them is gone. And the ones who was out, like Boss Stop, ain't really much going on, if you know what I mean. So that's what's going on. And guys, if you ever wonder how these individuals from Chicago and Oblock, how they live their lives, you have a rough idea what they do. Don't forget, like I said, it's the summertime now. And you know what happens in the summertime. Everything's turned up times 10. Times 10. So, as I said, these individuals, what a normal people would consider productive, these individuals say, no, that's not productive. And what they will consider productive is basically doing nothing at all. I mean, they do things too. They go to jail. Let me not say that. So that's what's going on right there. Everybody right now is basically, an Oblock partying. That's what it is right there. Unbelievable. Think about it. I mean, I'm just talking. That's it. Until next time. Tell a friend, tell a friend. They say crime don't pay, but I see them do it. I see them do it, though. Unbelievable. These individuals, they want to party all day long. Let's take a look. You know, I was just watching a video a little while ago, and Charleston White, he said, you know what? If King Von was still around right now, I get into the boxing ring with him and I knock him out. Imagine that. She's so disrespectful. But he probably learned it from King Von. Don't forget, when King Von was around, they said he was one of the most disrespectful individuals around. You know what King Von used to say he would do to people's graves? You don't want to hear about it. And they said, kiddo, he's doing that on King Von's grave right now. Imagine that. They said he's disrespecting. I mean, let's not get into all that right there. You know, these individuals, all they know how to do is disrespect people. That's it. That's it. I don't know a lot. Only thing I do know is crime don't pay, but I see him do it, though. I see him do it, though. Unbelievable if you think about it. The individuals partying Oblock. Nothing else to do. Unbelievable.